Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Monday, August 4th episode of Monday Night Raw here on the channel. And as you might have noticed, there was supposed to be either an Evolve episode or whatever. I've decided for main event and Evolve that I'm just going to run those shows. If you want me to do a recap, I can. But, I'm just going to be giving matches to wrestlers that need experience, and I'm not really going to be doing anything story-wise on Evolve or main event. So I can show the results if you'd like, but for this episode, it's just going to be Raw. And we're opening the show with CM Punk, who is demanding that Seth Rollins comes out and gives him a fair rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight. Obviously, at SummerSlam, Seth Rollins had his fake injury revealed to be fake, and he cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on a beaten CM Punk, who had just defeated Gunther in the main event. And so CM Punk demanding a rematch. And so the Vision comes out. You know, Paul Heyman tells Punk that they can't just grant rematches to people who lost their titles so quick. You know, someone like CM Punk, who was only champion for a few minutes, doesn't deserve a rematch. And LA Knight interrupts the Vision. You know, a bold guy. He does not care. He says that he beat Seth last and he deserves a title shot before anyone else if Seth's the champion. And Seth says, you know, Punk, LA Knight, you guys both, you know, have your opinions. You guys can team against Braun and Bronson here tonight. And if either of you are able to get a pin against these guys, you'll get a title shot next week. For an 87, great way to start the show. Obviously, people love Punk, and LA Knight definitely did good as well. Any penalties? Just low heat, which is fine. We're working on it, obviously. Gained heat here. Backstage, Nikki Bella, she's curious about the whole time travel thing. Asks Ron Killings for some details. Ron is clearly out of it. He's still recovering from his big time travel experiment thing that sent us all the way to August and skipped a bunch of real wrestling. This is kind of just a way for me to get Nikki Bella and Ron Killings on the show because I didn't have anything for them planned. I'll have to figure something out. Obviously, I have some things in the works, but for now, this is just a way to make sure everyone gets on the show. And I was able to get everyone on the show, except for one person who has not debuted yet. But we will get to that when it comes. So for a 68, a good way to get them both on the show. But next up is a match between Rhea Ripley and Asuka. And Asuka asked Adam Pearce for this match before the show. She clearly has some agenda that she wants to be known during the show tonight. And I made this a storytelling match, 14 minutes, where both women, they're getting the upper hand against each other, only for it to lead to a near fall. After a while, Asuka gets frustrated and sprays her mist on Rhea Ripley right in front of the referee, which leads to a disqualification. So Rhea gets the victory, technically. And this match gets a 76, which I'm actually very surprised about. 74 for Rhea, 64 for Asuka. And the crowd is white hot, which is awesome. Any penalties? I'm surprised. Lack of a storytelling, lack of a storyline isn't something here. Maybe I have Rhea in the damage control storyline, but I don't think so. Anyways, storytelling match 76. Very, very happy with this. Obviously, Asuka sprays the mist on Rhea Ripley, which gives Rhea the victory. Next up, we have an interview backstage with Kathy Kelly talking to Lyra Valkyria, asking her about her loss at SummerSlam, which means she can no longer challenge for Becky Lynch's Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra says, it's still so recent. She has to do some soul searching, but she'll be back. She'll have a plan, and she'll figure something out. For a 42, which isn't great, it's a Lyra Valkyria interview, and it's following a hot match, so I'm sure that helps with the 42. But yeah, after that, Becky Lynch is going to come out, saying at SummerSlam she proved that she's the greatest female wrestler of all time. And it's not just her saying it, Sports Illustrated says it. She is the GOAT of women's wrestling. And Bayley interrupts, saying she's back to get her pound of flesh from Becky however she can. She's demanding a championship match for taking her out at Mania. And Becky tells Bayley, she has some important issues to attend to first, so Bayley will have to wait. Obviously, Becky does not want to face Bayley. For a 71, I'm happy with that. Crowd's back to being white hot. And yeah, I'm teasing a little maybe program between Bayley and Becky Lynch here. But after this, we have a match with Gunther in it. Obviously, he just lost his World Heavyweight Championship. He's extremely frustrated. He went to Pierce before the show, demanding a match, saying he wanted to get his frustrations out in the ring, beat up on someone, and Adam Pierce is giving him Cruz del Toro. So yeah, unfortunately for Cruz del Toro, he gets to be Gunther's, guy that he beats down in the ring. Gunther toys with him in the ring for a while and gets the victory. For a 73, wow, 82 for Gunther, a 39 for Cruz del Toro, who was off his game, but Gunther. 73, wow, I'm very, very, very happy with that. I mean, 39 for Cruz del Toro isn't great. I also am changing his gimmick. He is now just a fan favorite, but I'm going to do Matador, which is great, awesome, very marketable. Will sell merch, but he won't be as charismatic. Obviously, if anyone remembers El Matador from, I believe, the 90s. Maybe something similar to that. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do with Cruz del Toro, but he'll be kind of an homage to that character in WWE. Yeah, 73 for this match. Wow, I thought this would by far be the worst match of the night, but clearly not. We head to the Judgment Day Clubhouse, where I've decided to book a World Tag Title match against the War Raiders tonight for tonight's show. Obviously, they were not defending their championships on SummerSlam, so I want to give them an opportunity to defend their titles because they are not doing that in real life very well. They just don't know how to book these championships. So I'm going to book these championships. And yeah, they're going over their plan for the tag title match tonight. And this gets a 69, although the Judgment Day members, minus Liv Morgan, are in the clubhouse. And yeah, that'll be later. This won't be next. As the Alpha Academy have finally found their new leader. Maxine Dupree, brings Natalia to Otis and Tozawa and tells them, Natalia's agreed to be our new trainer. And Natalia says, she'll prove that she's earning the spot, and she'll face Ivy Nile in a match next. And this gets a 59, which I'm happy with. I did a comic relief for Akira Tozawa. Just imagine he's making some funny face or something. Yeah, the crowd's still very hot, which I'm happy with, which will be good, as Natalia just gets a showcase match against Ivy Nile. For a 58, I'm actually pretty happy with that. The crowd's still hot. A 54 for Natalia, 40 for Ivy Nile, 47 for the wrestling, 40 for the crowd. And yeah, obviously Ivy Nile is inexperienced, but we will get her in some more matches, hopefully. A 58, I mean, I guess this makes sense that this would be the worst match of the night. I'm hoping that it is. Obviously, that means I hope every other match is good, much better. But a 12-minute or 11-minute match won by submission with a sharpshooter. And after that, we go backstage, where Karrion Kross stops Dragon Lee backstage and tells him that he's being held back by the LWO. And the rest of the LWO overhear this. It's in the locker room. They tell Karrion to go away, shoo. But El Grande Americano also overheard this. He butts in, saying that he agrees with Karrion Kross, that Dragon Lee is meant for better things. For a 60, I also have Penta in the background, just like kind of listening in on the conversation. He's also in the locker room. Because just like Nikki Bella and Ron Killings, I did not have anything for Penta to do tonight. So he's going to be in this segment. But yeah, for a 60, I'm actually pretty happy with that. They liked Carrion and Dragon Lee in part 1 first. Ray looked good. Dragon Lee was underwhelming. Another change I'm going to make. Dragon Lee is just Luchador right now as his gimmick. So I'm going to make him Rey Mysterio's protege, which is very good. Okay, awesome. It's an underdog gimmick. Obviously, as Rey Mysterio is like peak underdog. But yeah, very good. Better than adequate. Very happy with that. Dragon Lee will hopefully get better ratings in the future with a very good gimmick. After that, we have a segment that hasn't happened in a while. It's the Grayson Waller effect. And on this episode of the Grayson Waller effect, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller welcome Jey Uso to the stage, or to the ring. And yeah, Grayson asks Jey Uso why he's wasting his time going for the World Heavyweight Championship. Again, just because he had one fluke victory at Mania. Jey says, you know, it wasn't a fluke. I'm better than you and you, talking to both Grayson and Austin, will ever be. And I'll prove that in a tag match against your team tonight, once I find a partner, Oos. Yeet. And then he leaves. And yeah, this gets to 72 because everyone loves Jey Uso. He's, of course, he does his entrance in this too, which of course the crowd is going to go crazy for. And yeah, so Jey Uso challenges A-Town Down Under to a tag match tonight. And after that, we have a wild brawl of a match. This is the World Tag Team Title match coming up right next, between the War Raiders and Finn and JD of the Judgment Day. The War Raiders, they're actually dominating in the middle of the match so far, and JD, he just can't catch a break, which the fans love, obviously. JD eventually tags Finn in, who's unable to get the upper hand as the War Raiders are still dominating. They set up for their finisher. Ivar gets up onto the top turnbuckle, but Dominic Mysterio runs towards the ring, yelling at the refs, saying, you know, the War Raiders, they're obviously cheating. How are you letting them get away with this? Eric, he leans over the ropes, you know, yelling at Dominic. The ref turns his back, and he's dealing with Dominic on the ringside as well. JD McDonough slides into the ring, shoves Ivar off the top turnbuckle, sending him crashing out towards the ringside. And JD slides out, and Finn quickly rolls up the distracted Eric as Dominic stops talking to the ref. For 1, 2, 3, Judgment Day retain and make their second defense of the World Tag Team titles for a 68, which I'm actually pretty happy with. 63 for Eric, 63 for Ivar, 59 for Eric, 53 for JD, and 65 for Finn Balor. Obviously, excellent chemistry and a tag team specialist bonus for the War Raiders helps a little bit too. 60 for the wrestling, 49 for the crowd. A 13-minute match, a decent wild brawl. I guess it's a submission, but sure. Let's see, any penalties for it being a wild brawl? No, just inconsistency and declining physical ability, which is fair. Very hot crowd still, very, very happy with that. And yeah, Judgment Day, they're celebrating up the ramp. Dom blows a kiss to the defeated War Raiders who are still in the ring. And yeah, Judgment Day now need new top contenders for their World Tag Team Championships. So Adam Pearce has a solution. He announces next will be another tag match to determine the number 1 contenders for the Judgment Day's tag team belts. And I was supposed to put Tyler Bate in this, but in the show notes or whatever, they said Tyler Bate was being used too much, so I took him out. It's going to be the New Day versus New Catch Republic. And yeah, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods make their entrance first. Just imagine, and then Pete Dunne comes out first. And yeah, Tyler Bate is late, I guess, to the ring. Anyways, we have that tag match next. It's the New Day, just like the War Raiders, dominating in the middle of the match. I mean, New Day, our favorites here, probably expected to win. And yeah, they got their teamwork. They're down. They've been a team for a long time. Tyler Bates kind of taking a beat down in the middle of the ring. Eventually, he's able to get the hot tag to Pete Dunne, though, who he definitely comes in hot as well. And Woods hits a big move and tags Kofi in to set up for their finisher, but Tyler Bate rushes in to throw Xavier out of the ring. Kofi is, pissed. He grabs Tyler Bate, throws him out of the ring, only to turn around into Pete Dunne, who's able to grab Kofi's wrist and snap his fingers, causing Kofi to, stumble backwards. His hand is in major pain. Pete Dunne quickly rolls him up for 1, 2, 3. The New Catch Republic with a major upset victory, as they are the new #1 contenders to the Judgment Day's tag team titles. I told them to steal the show. 61 for Woods, 64 for Kofi, 63 for Pete Dunne, 56 for Tyler Bate. Obviously, tag team specialists, bonus, and great chemistry, excellent chemistry for the New Day. 58, which I'm fine with. 61 for the wrestling, 49 for the crowd. Bonuses for going all out. We got some penalties for condition and inconsistency. And I also did protect the New Day in this match just because I didn't want them to lose too much pop. So that hurts the match rating a little bit. This probably would have been mid-60s, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. A 58. I actually don't know. Does that tie the Natalya Ivy Nile match? I think it's a little bit better. Anyways, New Catch Republic with a major upset victory. And next we go backstage to Damage Control, where Io and Kairi are asking Asuka why she's, misting Rhea. Why is she attacking Rhea? Asuka tells Io that Rhea Ripley is trying to steal Io from Damage Control. A lot of words there ending with O, or Rhea, Io, steal. Yeah, hard for me to say. You get you can read basically what I just read right there. For a 71, Asuka's mad that Rhea is trying to steal Io from Damage Control. For a 71, I got it. The crowd's still very hot. I'm surprised they're not burnt out yet, but I'll definitely take that. As Naomi comes out next, celebrating her women's world heavyweight championship. But she's quickly interrupted by Stephanie Bacquer, who challenges her to a title match in Paris. But, Naomi says, "You're not worth my time," and then tells her to proceed with caution. For a 60. The storyline loses heat a little bit, but obviously in real life Naomi got pregnant, and she's not pregnant in this save, unlike Alexa Bliss, who got pregnant instead for some reason. So I will be doing Naomi versus Stephanie Bacquer in Paris. Because I don't think they were able to. And I think that's what they were going to do. So I'm going to do it. But yeah. Next up, A-Town Down Under. They come out for their tag match against Jey Uso and whoever he found as a teammate. And Jey Uso comes out. He's doing his yeet to the ring, everything. And suddenly, AJ Styles music hits and the crowd goes crazy. Everyone loves AJ Styles. So, the match starts, A-Town down. They're clearly frustrated having to face a legend in AJ Styles, who AJ gets the upper hand over Austin Theory, causing Theory to tag Waller in. AJ fends him off for a little bit before bringing Jay in, and Jay just goes crazy. He's hitting all of his signature moves, and it's a big Uso splash to cover Grayson Waller for 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso pins Grayson Waller, I guess with a super kick in this. For a 73. Very, very happy with that match. 54 for Waller, 52 for Theory, 73 for AJ Styles, and a 70 for Jey Uso. Very, very happy with that. I wanted to get AJ Styles in a match, and I just needed another match. So that's what I'm going to use the Grayson Waller effect for. It's just to get fun tag matches in with whoever Grayson Waller brings onto the show, potentially. I mean, I might do some other stuff too, but that was my plan for tonight. 13-minute match, 73, 62 for the wrestling, 60 for the crowd. Very, very, very happy with this. Inconsistency for Austin Theory, AJ Styles, physical condition, sure. And we go backstage. Byron Saxton is interviewing Sheamus, who wants to move on from Rusev, even though it wasn't, a victory. He just wants to fully focus on finally getting his first Intercontinental Championship victory. But, of course, Rusev interrupts the interview and starts attacking Sheamus, just beating him down backstage before walking off for a 58. And yeah, I want to run this back and have an actual finish. They will have their good old Donnybrook match in Paris. And yeah, in our main event of the night, CM Punk teams with LA Knight to face the Bronze for one of them to potentially get a title shot next week on Raw. And yeah, Punk and Knight, they're struggling early, obviously. They're clearly in it for themselves. They're not on the same page. Bronson Reed's he's actually getting the upper hand over CM Punk in the ring. He even hits a tsunami, but he doesn't go for the cover. He just wants to mock CM Punk. Eventually, CM Punk is able to roll and get the hot tag, jump towards LA Knight, who comes in to throw Bronson Reed out of the ring. But eventually Bronson gets back in. He tags Braun Breaker in, who hits a quick spear, going for the cover for 1, 2, but CM Punk is able to break it up right before 3. And Punk picks up Braun Breaker and hits him with a go to sleep before selflessly telling LA Knight to go for the cover. And LA Knight covers Braun Breaker for 1, 2, 3. LA Knight has earned himself a title shot next week against Seth Rollins by pinning Bronson Reed. I meant for him to pin Braun Breaker, but LA Knight pins Bronson Reed. You know what I meant to do in my head. But yeah, Punk, he tells Knight as they walk up the ramp that he knows he'll be able to earn another opportunity later, and the show goes off the air. So a very nice selfless act for CM Punk. Just letting LA Knight get a title shot. Obviously, this means so much to Punk. But he knows he'll be able to earn another opportunity, and LA Knight probably deserves it too. So 75 for that match. Very, very, very happy with that. 67 for the wrestling, 65 for the crowd. 65 for Knight, 74 for Punk, 67 for Breaker, 60 for Bronson Reed. And yeah, Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman are a good pairing. It's actually very good information. No major penalties, just for Punk for declining physically. And yeah, that ends the show. We were able to get everyone on. Thankfully, that's what I plan to do for all these shows. Bar maybe NXT. I don't know if I'll be able to do that for NXT, but Raw and SmackDown, I'd like to get on as many people as possible. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the show. Leave your feedback in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel. The full show gets us a 70, which actually loses us pop in 43 regions. We increase our pop in 7 regions. And yeah, we need more hot storylines, I guess. A 70 is very good, though. I'll take that. I feel we could have gotten a little bit better. I guess we need more hot storylines. Our worst segment being the Lyra Valkyria interview. Otherwise, 58s look to be the worst. Which is, hey, I'll take it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode for NXT.